It's the 4th of August, and this I had to buy. It's a pad of printing and drawing paper from Fabriano for a project that I'm working on. And then within here, we have some proper lino, but I've got 3 lino cut prints I need to make. 1 for the cover of my partner's book and 2 illustrations on the inside. So those, but by the time you see this video, those will have been done and sent off to the publishers. And then I also got this sketchbook. It's a large art creation Talon Swan. The paper quality, I think it's white paper. And this is inspired by Helen Cryer. She got a big one, and she said that the benefit of using it is because it's cheap. I mean, this was like 10 euros. It means that you don't feel the pressure to have everything perfect. So I picked that up from Van Beek yesterday because I needed the printmaking paper. Okay, and then a quick look inside this sketchbook. The paper is, as you would expect, it's a smooth paper. It's white. I had a previous art Talons and it was cream. And I know from my experience that the paper will buckle, as you can see. And that's a kind of like off-white creamy colour. So I'm sure this is going to do the same kind of thing. And then this is some more. And then I have some things here. Okay, so in this packet, we have the Luminance 115 Quinacridone Purple. And then I also got 3 new Neo colours, and these were after seeing a Helen Cryer video. I loved the colours. Salmon Pink, Periwinkle Blue, and then this is Sahara Yellow. And I've got a little bit of, not the cleanest water here, but let's just have a look at what that looks like. We'll start with the yellow. Oh, it's so pretty. And then the salmon pink. Oh, look at that. And then the periwinkle blue. So it's such lovely kind of pastel colours. Really pretty. So those are the Luminance pencil and the Neo Color water crayons. And then we have the second packet that I got from my local art store. And these are Posca pens. So I've already tested them. Ooh, this one is Coral Pink. Again, a beautiful colour. This one is Aqua Green. And these are all the PC1M, so 0.7 mil. They're like the tiny Poscas. They're quite cute. This one is straw yellow. I already pre-shook them. And then this one is the slate grey. So again, some beautiful colours. Okay, in this first box, we have some, so this is just a little box that I put the things in because they're quite small. So I have a new Dust Catch Tombow eraser because I dropped the other one in some dirt and it ruined it. So I've got a nice new one. When I was at Van Beek, my local art shop, I picked up this cobalt blue Winsor & Newton. I don't own any cobalt blue at all. So they're having a sale, it's 20% off. Didn't really think about the price though. And the series 4 cobalt blue falls into was like 10 euros, even with the sale discount. So I only got the one. And then this is a Lamy converter. I have a Lamy pen and I want to use it for actual drawing to experiment with, but I don't want to use the Lamy inks because they're water soluble. So I want to fill this with a non-water soluble ink, a waterproof ink. And then the same for my Kaweco. I've got a small Kaweco Sport fountain pen which I love to write and draw with, but again the ink is not waterproof, so I got this little converter which apparently sucks up the ink and then I pop it in. I've never used one of these before, don't know how it works, we'll find out. And then finally, one of the items that came with the Jacksons box here is this Aquarius green Roman Schmal, and this is to replace the undersea green Daniel Smith that I snuck in. Let me grab that to show you. So here you can see I've got undersea green, this tiny little fiddly one here. Can you see that with the angle? And so what I want to do, I don't know if it'll fit, but my plan is to try and sneak this in, which is a bit chunkier than that little one, but I'm hoping it will fit. So I did manage to fit the Aquarius green in at the end. You can see squidging it in at the end, it's literally disrupted everything. There's not enough space for all these pans, so I'm gonna have to have a reshuffle. Not quite sure how, but I'll figure it out, and I will probably put a clip in at the end to show you. Okay, I don't have the same problem with my Winsor Newton palette. I can put the cobalt blue right in the end there. And I think the amount of space in between some of these, I could probably get one more pan in that section if I wanted to. Okay, so this is the final mini collection of paints from Jackson's. So the reason that I got this is because I have an actual palette for tubes from Schminky. This is that palette. Currently, I just have a couple of Schminky paints and a super granulation one. So what I did is I counted how many were remaining, and during the recent watercolor sale on Jackson's, I stocked up on some Schminkies. So let me show you what these are. Okay, so the way that I've got them at the moment, reds, blues, yellows. I think I'm going to try and stick with that. So the first one we got was, well, let me tell you what I already have. I've got quinacridone violet, magenta, permanent carmine, delft blue, helio turquoise, and I think this was Indian yellow. And then the super granulation one I have is the deep sea green, which I really love. So we got cadmium orange deep, so that's probably gonna go like here. Lemon yellow, because everybody needs a lemon yellow, maybe in terms of like cool to warm. Then cadmium yellow medium, then I think it would have to be burnt sienna, then burnt umber. That's kind of a nice little range. And then with the blues, we have cobalt blue light. Ooh, we have manganese violet, brilliant blue violet. So we'll do brilliant blue violet first, and then manganese violet. And then over here in the reds, we have perylene maroon. Maybe we'll put the violetty colours further up. Vermilion light. You know what? We're going to move these up because I've also got two greens, Viridian and olive green. So I'm clearly going to have to rearrange those because I'm not happy with how they look. But I now have a full set of Schminky paints. I had actually bought this without realizing from Jackson's a while ago to put my Daniel Smiths in, but my Daniel Smiths, and I wanted to put the tubes in here to keep them organized, but they don't fit because this is designed by Schminky for Schminky paints, which are, the tubes are smaller and squatter. So I'm quite happy with that. I will swatch those out in another video. Another item that I picked up was this original frisket, and this was to help me with the printing that I'm doing for David, but also I thought it might come in handy to create textures for my fashion creation work. Thought it might be interesting to try. I've never used it before. I saw a video about it, so I thought I'd experiment. Okay, I'm really excited to see what's in this final package. This is a massive amount of packaging for not very much, let me just tell you. What are these? Little sweets? That's so Dutch. Ooh. They've gift wrapped them, but they're not actually gifts. Third item. Let's open. Carbon ink black. So this is what the converter is going to be used for. Never used it before, but this is the one that everyone recommends. You see? So I'm interested to try drawing with that. It's very light. And this is the ink converter for that one. Okay, some more things that I've gotten now. It's September. No, it's not September. We're still in August. Let me just check the date. Yeah, August the 19th. So I think I've shown you the sketchbook already. I've been using the sketchbook throughout the month. I actually stuck some things in that I had done before I got the sketchbook so that it covers August, but I'll show you that in a sketchbook tour at some point. These brushes came from Jackson's. I have the 2-inch Angelo, which I got because it's quite a, I feel like it'll be good for textures in acrylic, and I had those acrylics from I think like my May or my June haul that I haven't really used yet because I'm waiting for the opportunity, basically. This is the Silver Atelier Golden Taklon Quill. So Jackson's had, I think they had a silver brush sale, which is why I got this, because I liked the idea of having a quill brush. I've got the only other big brush I've got, one sec, these are like my biggest brushes. So this is a silver striper, this is a Manet pedigree, I don't know, it's not quite a round, but it's a pointed, I don't know what that is, a mop. A Da Vinci Casanero Zero, it's got like a lovely, and then this was a big treat. It was a gift actually, it's so soft. It's a Winsor & Newton Pure Squirrel Pedigree Pure. I've only used it once because I'm terrified of damaging it. It was a gift. I don't think I'm likely to ever spend that much money on a brush myself. So with this one I was like, oh, it's a different kind of shape. I wonder what that can do. It's like rock hard to begin with, so it needs to be dipped in water to loosen up. And then I have a selection of travel brushes, as you've seen in my mini travel palette video. I really liked the silver black velvet I've got. I think it was a size 2, and because silver had a sale on Jackson's, or Jackson's had a sale on silver, I was like, let me get the 8, which I think is the biggest. I think they do 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? And that's a lot bigger than the other one, and that'll fit nicely in my little travel kit, which I've been taking out and about a lot actually. This is the previous travel brush. I find this one quite big, and I didn't want it with my little mini kit, and I also wanted to be able to take this one out and about with me, the new one. And actually I think they're not quite the same size. This is a 10 and this is an 8. I think this is going to be more suitable as an everyday travel brush, whereas this one can just sit here in my Winsor & Newton kit. And something to consider if you do work with like watercolor or inks, I've been saving these as little straws because they're quite small. So that one I'll probably just pop in my art kit. This one's a lot bigger, so I'll put that in my art box. Looks like standard, but blowing through that, if you want to move paint around on the page, it's actually quite fun. So that's what I've been saving these for. So another item that I bought this August is the book from Gouache, Life is Better When You Draw It, and Other Truths About Your Creative Habit. The reason that I got this is I had reviewed the work that I've been creating, the artwork, and finding myself quite frustrated. See, I love this, and I have been watching a lot of Sandy Hester and Helen Cryer, and then this person came up in my feed and I watched some of her videos, and I was like, I need to get into the habit of drawing or painting every day just to get my creative habit going. And so when I saw her do like a flick through this book, it's all her own writing and illustrations. I believe because I've not finished it yet, I'm up to here, I do believe that she wrote it first in Dutch and then had it translated, and it's a lovely book. It's got little tips and things, and I found that the moment I started reading it, it's been up by my bed. I don't read in bed. I need to bring it back down and leave it on my desk. I started reading it and I started putting into action some of the things that I found in it. So it's been a really good book for me to get more creative, and it's actually inspired me to create a new series of videos for my YouTube channel called Hobby Notes, because obviously I'm not a pro or an amateur, I'm a hobbyist. This is like my side hobby, which is great because it means I have so much fun. And actually my partner said to me the other day, because I just got offered a big deal and signing the contract and everything, and my partner was like, and the deadline for the book is like March, and he was like, you do realize that you're gonna have no time to do any art now, you're just gonna have to write your book. He's written quite a few books, so he knows what he's talking about. And I was like, there's no way that's happening. Like, I would draw every day or paint every day. I'm not giving up my art because my art is my hobby. It's my time away from life and everything else. So I recommend this book, it's fab. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see any of my other videos, I'll leave some playlists around. This is from the liner cut video, which is already live, so if you want to see the process, it's a quiet video, very little talking in it. You just see the process of me sketching, transferring, cutting and printing. I've also got a range of different art haul and swatching videos that you could check out too. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.